What it do? What it do? What it do? YouTube. You there? It's your boy D Jizzle. We are back with another one. With another one. Yeah, with another one. With another one. Yes, sir. This is Off the Plank podcast, man. Y'all already know what time it is. Every Tuesday we come to you live, 7:15 p.m. I know it's a little late, but we decided, we let some of y'all get in here tonight. Take your time, enjoying the party. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna have a quick little, chit chat. I like to call it a little chit chat. So what we got going on tonight? What can I tell y'all about? It's gonna be a good little episode, man. Talk about the hot commodity, the hot thing that's coming up in the world, or in the reptile hobby, I should say, which is them dinker projects. Y'all let me know what time it is, man. Shout out to the dinker squad. Shout out to all of them. But before we get too far into it, I gotta bring out my ace spoon coons, that squad, the family. You know what I'm saying, the crew. So coming to you live. I should have been there all out at one time, but I gotta introduce them folks because they're crazy and they deserve the introductions, man. So first and foremost, we got this man that think he's Lil Jon's cousin from around the way. You know what I'm saying? Because he got a little dread, he got a little, little hair extensions. I like to call him. He feel like he's somebody new. Man want to be an up and coming rapper, but I was finding out he can play the piano today, y'all. I didn't even know that shit. And I've been knowing him for a minute. I didn't even know that. That's crazy, ain't it? What's good, family? See y'all tapping into the chat. Y'all come on in and join the party, man. Come on in and join the party. But yeah, man, this guy right here, he's Lil Jon's cousin from around the way. He think he's funny, but he's really not. He think he's a comedian, but we'll just let that slide because a lot of people they hate on him because they think that he doesn't like clown, but he's really not a clown hater per se, in the sense of he doesn't hate clown. He just doesn't like what it does when it ages, like how we all don't like when we get older, when we start looking older, we start looking like, well, some people might embrace their age well, but some people don't. Most people don't. But sorry if I the shoe fits weird. Yeah, I'm sorry. Just keep it in the butt. But without further ado, welcome to the stage, my brother from another mother. He better come out singing a Lil Jon song too, and I bet you he don't even know who the hell that is. That's gonna be crazy. PMPB, what it do, B? Lord, you done muted yourself, man. Take yourself off mute, man.
Listen, what it do, man? Listen, you done gave him everything but my social security number. You need that too? You need the credit card information.
Yeah, you got that good credit score. I need to get
the whole background spill.
I can't get him. I gotta get him a little something, man. But I appreciate you tapping in tonight, bro. How you been doing? How your week?
Everything good. I appreciate being here. You know how that is, bro. You need to be backstage one day so we can introduce you, man. You always been on the front introducing people.
I know y'all been wanting to crack on my ass too, so I already see it coming. So I'm already knowing.
Man, all love, man.
Bro, y'all do it enough in the chat, bro. I don't want these I don't want my roast session to be live, bro. That's gonna be like what they call them things when they be having like folks like celebrities and then they bring them to they have like
I think it's called the celebrity roast.
Yeah, I don't want my roast to be like, you know what, that'd be a dope little episode. That'd be fun. I think we do that one of these days. We're gonna do a little special. We should do a special like that when we have a specific person come up. And we do like a not ball pipe, but this be a reptile hobby roast. That'd be kind of dope.
Nah, that would definitely be different.
Yeah, man. Keys, Wiz, I know y'all in the even Will from Flawless. I see y'all in the chat, man. Y'all, let's collaborate on that. We can make something popping out there. That'd be dope. So next person I'm going to bring to the stage, she is a menace to her society herself. I would say pothead, but I ain't gonna put her business out there like that. Even though we all know she like to talk a little bit, smoke a little bit, drink a little bit, get fucked up, smoke a little bit, drink a little bit. But, Nah, man, but it's my sis, man. I love this girl to death, bro. I would definitely go to war about her, man. Even though she gets on my nerves, you know what I'm saying? But she can only do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we love her, man. We won't let nobody talk shit about her. There. Some people already found that out the hard way. Pause. You know
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't a game when we talk about her. You know what I'm saying? And she got a fellow Ohio native in the chat right now. We ain't seen him in a long time either because he's a slave for you. And then coming to the stage, we got the minister Sadie herself, the ex-sultaness, you know, because Shauna already took over that role of the sultaness of support. Because now she's on shows now. She's making a public appearance. She's no longer the background celebrity. She's a front. She came out. She's a celebrity that's out in the open now. Banner, what it do? What it do, sis? What up? You came out muted too. What
I forgot I was on mute. Hi everybody.
I like that you got on. You got that flawless hoodie on, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. We'll show merch in the set. Well, y'all gonna show merch. They ain't got no merch on except for the Mod Squad. Shout out to the squad. But next coming to the stage, shout out to my shooter and my shooter only. You know what I'm saying? The man that holds all this shit together. He definitely puts us in our place when we start asking dumbass questions on in the group chat. Banner's bestie for resties. Definitely my guy, man. Definitely cool ass dude. He will let you know if he don't fuck with you too. Like, you didn't even gotta let you know. You wouldn't know that, bro. Like, I didn't realize how introverted he really is until he came out here to Atlanta and we was kicking. I was like, damn, where did he go? And every time I see him, he was just in the room chilling. But he was still, you know, making his way out there and come kicking with folks. But I can tell people ain't really what he like too much. But he tolerates us because he has to at times. But nah, man, this man here, I would go to war. I would go to war for anybody. I would go to war for any of these folks on this motherfucking panel. This guy right here, he definitely holds it down, and he definitely makes us think about shit that we doing, like, because he's always sticking to the motherfucking plan. He did. And if you don't know who that is, just by that damn motto, that slogan, something is wrong with you. Like, where the fuck have you been under a rock? I don't get it. But on this days, I gotta bring my boy out here, man. Shout out to Mr. Heathen Hatchery himself. Brian, what it do, B?
Too kind, bro. You're too kind, my guy. You're too kind.
It's the truth, man.
I appreciate it, though.
I gotta speak in our
not to go down the whole mental health thing, but us men don't get enough props like that.
Facts, man. Hey, nah, for sure, bro. And make sure y'all in the chat and y'all out there that might be catching the replay, y'all make sure that y'all check in on y'all folks, period, man. It's definitely that time. It's always that time, but you know what I'm saying? It doesn't hurt to just say, hey, I just been thinking about you. You crossed my mind. I just want to make sure you good. Feel me?
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, it seemed like when the sun come out, everything just seemed like it be twitching a little bit. Like people be forgetting that they need to look out for people because it's a bright day out. Like it's just something different about the seasons, man. And definitely look out for your people around this time.
Nah, that's real. When
this is the season when everybody be smiling, but they be having everything deep down inside. They be holding it back.
That's
real. It's springtime too, so it's new beginnings.
Yeah.
Fresh starts, man. Fresh starts for everybody.
You gotta be like water and run through the hose.
Nice.
Hey,
that's a good one.
And to double down on that, if y'all did not catch Keys daily vlog today, because it was definitely a good message in his daily vlog, man. Because I definitely listen to it at work when I'm doing my stuff at work or whatever, and it be some inspirational words. I definitely follow his channel and definitely get some of that word pros. They'll call him the prophet for no reason. But we also got another I might as well just call this motherfucker right here is my dog, another one of my crewmates, always supporting, always showing love, always every time we get on the goddamn panels or anything together, always laughing, always smiling, always just a good time. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't give a damn what y'all think. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I love about this guy.
Don't give a damn what you think, but gonna let you know how they feel. Like it's either you can take it and accept them for who they are, or you can just keep it pushing like everybody else. At the end of the day, they ain't losing no sleep.
Kick fucking rocks.
Exactly, they ain't losing no sleep. So I'm just letting y'all know that's how they go. But all the way from Memphis to the motherfucking Key, always got our snakes on hold when it's at the hub and shit. When it's going through Memphis, y'all already know who it is. The merch god himself, Prince Lives.
What it do? What it do?
What up?
Thanks for having me.
It never fails. This thing's gonna hold. He'd be like,
we got Prince Elias on an open panel.
I know, right?
My bad. When she went back on the plane, I just had to pet the babies.
My bad. I just had to pet the babies. That's all. I had to inspect and make sure there were no mites in the box or nothing like that.
Hey, some of these people ain't doing shit right. I've been seeing a lot of messed up packaging and stuff going on lately. I don't know if people
from people with green checks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but keep skipping over us little folks, man. We're gonna get that shit together. Before we get too deep into it, I'm trying to keep this shit rolling. We're trying to get people in and get them out of here type shit tonight. Let me see. Let me pay these sponsors a quick little visit, real quick, because we got some quick announcements to make, and then we're gonna get back into it. So y'all make sure don't skip these videos, bro. Cause these commercials, I took my time to make these videos, but these people, I want to show love to the folks that show love to me. And if y'all want to support, y'all can always join the channel too. You know what I'm saying? Come check out these weekly vlogs. I be taking my time and giving y'all that good crispy footage, and that shit is crispy. Shout out to Wiz, because Wiz definitely shouted me out for that shit. That shit do be crispy as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. I be shooting that shit right here off my iPhone camera, but that bitch be clean as fuck. Just check it out. If you have it, check it out, man. Y'all sleep, but make sure y'all check these commercials out real quick.
Link to his own.
Shout out to Grey Rider Reptiles, one of the leading share testing brands in this hobby, as well as breeders of the ball python community. They have numerous tests ranging from the elevated morph to morphs like Sunset and are growing every day. If you're wanting to find out the genetics of your ball python, just send it in to Grey Rider Reptiles and they'll take care of you. Their website is www.sharetesting.com. Let them know that I sent you. Hey man, shout out to the unofficial sponsor of the channel, K Joseph. Rising B-list celebrity in this hobby, KG got that all-around great knowledge, and he's also a great guy. If y'all aren't in the Patreon, it's a problem. And as always, it ain't a project unless you put a bomb in it. Oh yeah, and make sure you send the link. Shout out to BNS Reptilia, distributor of coconut substrate The Chipper and their premium coconut substrate Cocoa to Go. BNS prides themselves on immaculate customer service and always putting their customers first. You can reach BNS Reptilia on Instagram for your substrate needs. Tell them that I referred you. And once again, thank you for being a sponsor, BNS. We appreciate you.
What? If you playing a game, what is that?
I was feeling real festive.
You know what I'm talking about? I'm a slave for you.
It's called EPIC, the Exotic Pet Industry Conference, and it's free to register at epic.live. Epic is over 20 special guests across 16 sessions covering industry trends, marketing, branding, podcasting, and YouTube. Epic is for pet keepers and breeders. It's for gecko and invert lovers. It's for snake and spider lovers. Epic is for anyone who enjoys these amazing animals. Did I mention it's free? Register now at epic.live.
Yes. Spider lovers.
Yeah, that be fun. I like that. I need Craig to send me that shit. I like that shit. Yeah, man. Shout out to the spider lovers, man. I see, we got some new spider junkies in this motherfucker. Y'all crazy as hell. I just want y'all to know.
They've been converted over to the 8-legged freaks.
I swear to you, it's not 8 legs. They got 10 legs, bro. They used to say they had 8. They got 10.
Just trying to understand the misunderstood.
Yeah, they got some arachnophobia shit going on. I can have that shit. Them shits belong. I ain't gonna say they belong dead because they don't, God forbid that, but they don't belong here. That's crazy, bro.
I got one I ain't messed with yet.
Yeah, I had a tarantula. Yeah. I had a tarantula for like months, but like I literally just threw the food in there. I changed the water, and that was it. Like I didn't bother it. I didn't. Hey, if you there, you there. I didn't know if you was alive or not. But I see when I saw it came across the glass, and it was like scale the glass. I was like, okay, cool, you alive. Nice to see you alive. It wasn't too much, sticking around, but it is what it is.
I'm just gonna stick to my free roommate, the wolf spider that's been in the corner of my ceiling in my bathroom.
I got one.
That's the only thing I got. I'm just gonna stick to him. As long as he stay up there, we cool.
That was the spider I sent y'all the other day. Ain't it? Like they had the up close of it. Yeah, that shit look dirty as hell, bro. But
I think
they do, but they eat brown recluse and stuff, so they cool with me.
Yeah, that's a good. What you said, man?
I got one running around my snake room somewhere, but I ain't got no bugs.
Exactly. They eat all the little bugs that come into the house.
I said, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't seen no mosquitoes, so shit, they good for something. They definitely good for something. So before we get to it, because I'm gonna have to switch over to my other phone. I'm gonna have to get in the car in a second. Pick up my lady, we're gonna keep it like that. But I'm gonna keep the show going though. Let's go ahead and say hey to the folks in the chat real quick before we get deep into the topic. Let's see who we got. Who we got tonight? Which one of y'all play Any Mini Money Mo?
I don't know how to get to the top.
You good, Banner? You got it?
I got it.
I don't know what Banner looking at. Banner
you wanted one of us to do it? My bad, bro. I'm sitting here daydreaming. Fuck, my bad.
Shauna is first tonight. What it do, Shauna? It's a wild Shauna. Get your Pokeballs.
What up, Shauna?
What up? Appreciate you, that man. Hey, Ron, number 3. What up? Man, y'all didn't check out. Was that Breeding to the Future? Or was that boss? I don't know. Breeding for the Future.
No, that was Breeding for the Future. Yeah.
Yeah, he was just on there with TPs and Wiz and KG. Man, y'all
What up,
definitely
Raj?
check it out. Y'all didn't. What it do, Raj? Appreciate you for tapping in, brother. Always.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Whiskey Bomb Network. Brian Double Dip. What up?
That's tough.
Hit Squad, Gene, I like that. That's tough. Gene, that's tough. How would you get shirts like that, Gene? What it do, Key?
We working on it. Up, thanks to Bosa. He helped me out with designs.
So, what it do? We appreciate you tapping.
I gotta send you a message about a hat.
Yeah,
okay.
What it do? B Double Dip. Oh Lord, there you go. I'm a slave.
I'm a slave. We playing the game?
I feel effective.
I don't know. We gotta send you clips, but I'm gonna need one of our clips to hit the lowdown again, Nikki. You know what I'm saying? Let them folks know that we here, man. We ain't going nowhere.
What's up, Nikki?
Appreciate you.
Hope all is well.
Craig, what it do?
Craig.
What it do?
See, Craig, I need that beat. Big Bosa, what it do? Appreciate you tapping in,
what up, bro? Hope all is
Bosa,
well,
brother.
Met the
the fam.
Lucky 7, what
What
it
up?
do? Appreciate you for tapping in. I don't know if this is your first time here, if you've been here before, but I appreciate you. Make yourself known. Speak more. Let us know you here. We appreciate that. We like that.
Oh yeah.
What it
What up,
do,
mofo?
Mofo family? What it do? Y'all make sure y'all tap in on Wednesdays. I want to say after bars
What's
and
up,
then
Jamie?
they
I
got
got a
their
problem
show.
reading sometimes.
Man. Yeah. What's up? Appreciate you for tapping in, Jamie. Yes, sir.
Oh, what up, bro?
More. Appreciate you for tapping in, bro. Always supporting, always. Tommy, what it do?
What up? What up?
Hey, for the longest, right? Tommy logo threw me off because I couldn't. It was so small. My eyes so fucked up. I thought that was a disc, like a record player. For the longest. Charlie, yes, sir. Y'all shout out to Great Rider, man. ShareTesting.com. Y'all make sure y'all get y'all shares tested. Charlie, I got a whole thing full of shares for you, man. I gotta send you all these shares. Get your share testing on. Appreciate you.
What up, Wiz?
Yeah, sir. Gang.
Man, that new logo is what it is.
Yeah,
that joint is lit.
That logo should be some shit he put in the store for
That just stands right out.
Nah,
it's
that
so, I just think it's so funny that this man's fair is ours, but his logo is ours.
That made it a part of his identity.
We're breaking him down we piece by piece. We're breaking him down.
One other at a time.
But you know what?
Understanding the misunderstood.
I rock with him. I rock with that because, and I feel him because I'm a bird that flies and you can't hear that shit. Oh fuck no! Oh,
At all.
And that bitch can turn all the way around.
Yeah.
Bro, that's a silent killer, bro. Can y'all imagine?
And they can listen.
Bro.
They can sit crisscross applesauce.
I've witnessed how silent it was. Because when I had a dog and she was a puppy, I was letting her out in the yard to go pee. She doing her thing. She saw a squirrel. Start chasing the squirrel around the yard. I'm letting her have fun. This big old barn owl came out of nowhere, whoosh, grabbed that squirrel and took off. The puppy ran and I ran. But you did not hear him coming. You didn't hear him coming a mile away.
It's crazy.
Who ran first, you or the puppy?
That's what I'm saying.
The puppy did. Because the owl was so fast, it took my brain a minute to register what it was. I just saw the squirrel go in there.
Can you imagine, bro, if we was in prehistoric time and fucking owls, and then like let's just say the owls was like a predator to humans, and we'd
be gone. We would not survive.
No way you surviving that. There's no way.
Did you know if spiders banded together, it would take them 1 year to eat the entire human race?
Oh, yeah, I seen that too. Aaron,
I believe it.
Is this Aaron number 5?
I do not know. I think so, I guess.
Now this gonna be this number 5 now, yep.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. But DM me on Instagram if you really want the link to pop in and say, hey man, it's an open panel tonight, so we got different discussions. You can chime in on whatever.
Hey, Aaron is a hit.
Let me smurf you real quick. But yeah, so one of tonight's topics is gonna be about. They probably came in off of B's page because I don't see them on here. But one of tonight's topics tonight is gonna be about dinkers. What was the question we had? We had dropped in earlier about dinkers again. I can't remember off the top of my head.
The questions I've been hearing is when does a dinker not become a dinker anymore?
Wish we had Ash on here tonight to really get into that, Mr. Malice, Mr. Dinker himself.
Yeah, send him the link. He probably ain't doing nothing.
Yeah,
He'll probably just pop on.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to send him real quick. We can pick his brain.
I think it all depends. I think a lot of things factor into it because if it's something very obvious, if it's something very, very obvious, like the malice, if Ash has shown the very first malice import, to me, it's obvious that there's something there. It's something different. I think once you hit that first clutch and you see that she repeated herself, It's no longer a dinker in my eyes. Now, some of the more subtle things, like for example, the villain gene that I'm helping FNA with, there are little subtle things, little small indicators that let you know, hey, something's here, but we don't know yet. But luckily for them, they've been breeding for a minute, and they've got a couple of clutches in that shows, yeah, there's something there, because there's certain characteristics that repeats itself, like the 3 crowns on the head and certain dots like on the dorsal and stuff like that. Like there's certain indicators that after 3 or 4 clutches that Fred and AJ has already done has proven it's something there. So I think it just all depends how subtle and how straight to the point that you can see in my eyes that it's a dinker. If it repeats itself, with the first clutch, to me, is already proved itself.
I think if it's obvious, if you can transfer the genes on to the next generation and it's obvious, I mean,
Yeah.
it's not really a dinker anymore. You're not trying to dinker around with it anymore. Now you're going to be breeding it and seeing it transferred to other morphs.
And I know some people don't. Consider it not a dinker anymore until after they prove in the super form, whether it's in the Bell complex and stuff like that. To me personally, yeah, they want to have a complete, well-rounded, which I understand and I get it. But for me personally, this is all genetics. At the end of the day, does a redhead produce another redhead? You know, when that gene first came about. I don't care if it has a super or not. Yes, I'm gonna work towards it. Like that's gonna be my game plan with the first generation Kazis, getting the male to breed back to mom. But I think the moment she lay her first clutch and them babies pop out, if I see more of her, that's it. I ain't gotta prove nothing. I'm just gonna prove a super for me. Is it viable?
Well, I mean,
Is it, can it live? Can it live? Will it be kinked? Will it or not?
right.
That's good to know that information.
I agree with that. I mean, I don't think it's a dinker if anymore after you transfer the gene. After that, now you're just seeing what it works with. So it's not really a dinker. You're just working your new gene now.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
And Xing out what it could be in the process also by pairing it to, genes that may look almost exactly like it.
With that,
Yeah. If they say, oh, this looks just like Nanny. Okay, well, let's go ahead and work and see if we can dispel that or if we can corroborate that, because it might be a new line of Nanny. We don't know, but we're gonna figure it out.
but it can't be a new line of Nanny. All right,
well, you can't. Well, I'll let you say your point.
Imports. They're genes that pop out in your collection too.
Yeah. I'll let you say your point, Brandon, and then I'll rebuttal that, because me and Ash be having these conversations a lot about certain genes. But go ahead.
So my point is, to me, it can't be Nanny. So all right, you get your snake from Togo. Nanny came out of someone's collection. You know what I mean? Like if it comes, not saying it did, I'm just saying in general. If Nanny came out of someone's collection, that means they took this animal and put them together, and some crazy anomaly happened and created Nanny. You got your gene from Togo. It was imported in. That means whatever happened in the wild had to be the exact same thing that happened inside this person's collection for it to match up and actually work. I don't see that ever being able to be possible. If it's something that looks similar or acts similar, yes, possibly. But I don't feel like they would ever be the same gene. They will always be a different gene.
Yeah, but you're not, and when you're doing that, you're not trying to prove that to yourself. You're just showing other people. You already know it's not the same. You just don't want other people to question if it's the same or not. That's why you do those things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's basically for other people. It's basically for potential future customers, or in the future, stuff like that. We know that it ain't the same. Like people, like the moment,
or so someone can't say that it's the same.
Right.
Yeah.
So you could be like, oh yeah, well, what's this?
Yeah, but I was just using Nanny as an example. But the reason why I was using Nanny as an example, because I'm working Granity genes, the Granity Dinkers. I have the AK-47 and
Man, put some oil on that door, bro.
and Kazi in my own project.
That was
Some people might say that my
y'all can hear
snake
me?
might resemble a nanny to them. Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Some people might say that my snake might resemble a nanny or some sort, or some sort of, or the actual granite gene, because there is a gene on MorphMarket called granite. Um, but what me and Ash believe, this is our humble opinion, just based off of Ash's experience working with Dinkers and working with Outback and stuff. Um, we believe the granite genes are a locale thing. It's not something that just pops out of a breeder's collection. It's a locale thing, particularly in Benin and Togo, because they're right here. Most
Right.
stickers that y'all be getting from Outback or any other place be from Ghana, majority of them. We believe that the granity gene is a locale type thing. So if people are saying this looks like a nanny, or this looks like a Timu version of Cosmos, or it looks like a Malice, okay, well, let's work with it. Let's work it out and test your theory to just prove to y'all that this is totally different. Yes,
Right.
we like it could be a locale, like they could all be from Benin, but at the same time they could still be different.
Right. Brandon, you are right. I mean, there's not going to be
Yeah,
another nanny imported from Africa.
yeah,
I mean, that's not
Yeah,
going to
no,
happen.
I get that. I'm just saying, like, I like Dinkers. I like how y'all are enthused by what you can possibly do. You know what I mean? I like the project mindset. I like the scientific view of it. I like all of that.
mm-hmm,
I really feel like the Dinker is more so a Dinker to me is more so for a hobbyist. You know what I mean? Like a true hobbyist that actually enjoys what they're actually doing and is not looking forward to actually, yeah, if it blows up and it's a big thing, cool. But at the same time, like you said, the subtle things that you see that you like, I like the fact that you do see it reproduce that, because
mm-hmm,
I see, honestly, I'm gonna be real. I see a lot of people that say they got dinkers and then they put it to the mom or they make clutches and they say it reproduced itself. But it's so subtle. It's like, how do you, that look like a normal? Like all of that looks like what are you actually looking at to say it reproduced itself? Like what part of this are you trying to reproduce?
Well,
yeah. I
you can also be a hobbyist and enjoy proving out a gene.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like the hobbyists enjoy proving out the genes. Like we actually like to see, okay, if I put this with this and I put this with this and put it together, I'm not worried about the market. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. I'm not worried about the
yeah,
market. I'm worried about what I'm about to produce, and I think it's gonna look good.
No, I mean,
yeah,
genes will speak for themselves. If it's,
that part.
if it's like so-called visual pleasing, it's going to move.
Yep, if people
I
like the
mean,
busy pattern and stuff, if people like the darkness, if people like a single stripe, a double stripe, a triple stripe, it's going to be an audience for that. And if you can manipulate it and add it, make it yellow here, make it orange here, make it, you know, get an exantic version of this, but with the same busyness and granity, that's the bonus. At
Yeah.
least, at least for me personally, I like thinkers because I like the unknown and trying to figure it out. But I also like adding new bloodline. Cause for
Yeah.
me, cause y'all know
like
I love teasing everybody with the Game of Thrones reference and the heels have eyes. We need new bloodline. We
it's
do.
true.
Cause
Yeah.
every snake in the hobby is either a cousin twice removed, second brother, uncle, whatever. Especially if you're buying from the same three breeders. If and I'm not going to even use this reference. So let me pick somebody else because they say I hate this man. If all your if all of your snakes if all of your snakes, I'm trying to pick another big breeder. If all your snakes come from Miguel, every snake you've ever bought come from Miguel. Guess what? Eventually, you're gonna be breeding cousin to mom, sister to brother, uncle to, because everything came from that one facility. You did not reach out any other person, any different bloodlines. Because there are some breeders like that who only buy from one person. There are some breeders who are loyal to their one breeder and they only buy from their one breeder. And then they wonder why, okay, this clutch got 5 kinks, this clutch got this clutch got that. What's going on? This one got bug eyes. I feel like dinkers help bring new blood. If they don't do anything else and they don't make a new combo, at least they added new blood. And that's what I like. That's what draws me to it. Because I'm like, hey, not my whole collection gonna be Game of Thrones and Heels Have Eyes. And I like that.
Nah, that's
What up, Angel? Appreciate you tapping in, bro.
What up, Angel?
Nah, that's a good point though, Elias. That's a good ass point though. Like keeping that bloodline fresh and keeping it, not mixing it like you said, Game of Thrones and shit. But do you feel like sometimes? Do you not feel like sometimes with mixing the bloodlines that can sometimes make the genes stronger?
Me personally, yes, because me and Ash talk about this a lot. Because we look at our dinkers. Like I just noticed that mine has like 4 scars on her. I'm like, what did you do in the wild? Who did you fight? And the fact that she ate the wild, because we even Googled, me and Ash Googled rodents and birds in West Africa, in Benin, natives. America ain't got none of that. Some of those rodents look like guinea pigs. Some of those look like capybaras. Like the birds look different. Like they go from that. You get a snake, especially the adult snakes. You get a snake that goes from eating that to eating the rats that we produce with the processed food, who eat the sweet feeds and the corn and the eggs and the Missouri diets. If that snake is able to go from, if that snake goes from eating what's outside to eating our processed food and still grow and still breed, I really do, because I really do internally, that does something to their system and it carries on to the babies. I really do believe that, me personally.
But what I'm asking,
It makes it stronger because you might have a confusion that won't eat. You might bring in a wild dinker, breed it to that, and all they babies don't have problem eating because that wild has been eating like a tank and eating some crazy stuff out there that we don't know about. I feel like that helps it out.
And everything different. Like I get you.
That ain't what I'm asking though, y'all. What I'm asking is, okay, like how Brian, let's say how Brian has his line of yellow belly, right? And now he has offspring from that line of yellow belly. Do you not think that when let's say if he comes back around and breed, not necessarily the first generation, but if he does the second generation and breeds it back to mom to further prove out the yellow belly that it's a gene, well, not only that we know it's a gene, but proves out to make the gene itself, the expression stronger, to make the colors richer, to make, you know what I'm saying? Do you not feel like that's a good thing? Because I know you were saying, you're not all the way, like, you against the Game of Thrones shit because you want to get the new blood in, but at the same time,
people change, bro.
It still can have benefits. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you not feel like?
Yeah. Well, let me tell you my game plan, at least with the Kazi project.
Okay.
I hope to breed her.
Throw my business out there too.
I want to breed her. What I'm going to breed her is to a black-head yellow belly. I pray and hope that the odds guys are with me and I get a black-head Kazi. It looks just like her, but also has the trace of the dad. Whatever. I'm going to put whatever. Let's say hypothetically she give me 2 boys. One boy is going to go back to her to try. All I want to do is see if a super is available. It is possible. And what it does. So only one boy is going. Only one boy is going to her.
Okay, so when you put that boy to her, right? Are you not scared of the chances that something could happen? Like, my thing is, when do you go? Okay, so basically leading into another question, like, when do you decide on when to make a super? Like, do you do that when the first generation, or should it be best to do it during the second generation?
That I don't know, because this is my first time doing this.
I wish
But
Ash would tap in. Ash needs to tap in.
this is my first time doing this. But what I will say, I'm doing it first generation, just so I can go ahead and get that out the way. Because once we realize, oh, the Kazi has a super, or oh, the Kazi doesn't have a super, then I can move on with the rest of my life, and I ain't got to do that no more. I can
Yeah,
let
you
y'all know,
gotta
hey,
do
we
that.
tried it, it didn't work out, or we tried it and it did work out. That's why I
So,
said if the odds guys are with me, I'm only gonna pick one boy to go to her for that season, and that's gonna be it on that. Then
I feel
any
that.
other males I have, I'm gonna disperse them to other things that are not related. And I'm gonna make
Uh,
sure, for me personally, this is just my morals and my ain't none of the siblings gonna ever meet. Ain't none of them.
Ash, check
Everything,
your
male, females, they
Instagram,
gonna
bro.
be separated to different snakes, unrelated, to help
Yeah.
work out with my combos, my codon combos, and to create my hits. Because I want to throw Kazi in puzzle. I want to throw it in paint, and I want to throw it in
Uh,
ultra mail for sure, and I
uh,
want to throw it in pie. So I'm gonna make sure that they all go to unrelated females or males based off the sex odds that I get, and we're gonna go from there. I'm only gonna do the Game of Thrones one time just to see if it's possible
well, I figured to prove our
and to
ignorance
get
on
that out the way.
that.
And to get that
Yeah.
out the way. I'm
So,
never gonna
so,
attempt the super again for me.
so
Yeah.
what happens? So what happens if your snake turns out to already be the super version of what you're trying to prove?
Well,
That's
then we
pretty
just
damn
found it.
good odds.
Exactly. Then I'm gonna consider me and Ash some lucky bastards. 'Cause,
Two snakes in the
Ash,
wild got together and made that snake a super.
yeah.
that'd be some crazy shit. Cause like I reason why I asked is like so. For instance, let's think about. I mean, I know it's not a super, but it's probably two genes. I know they probably came in one snake, right? Pause.
Uh-huh.
The Nyala, or the Furrow.
Uh-huh.
Like I know when they first started bringing those out into the scene, they were pretty much in the same snake. You know what I'm saying? When they were talking about like Nyala Furrow and all that stuff, right? From over there in Africa and whatnot. So like my thing is like, what if you have a snake that's already like what if your Kazi is a combination of two other genes? Then how are you gonna go about? And this is just for people that might not know, you know what I'm saying, what they would do if they had things. Because something they might have thought about. But how do you go about basically breeding out those two genes so you could get to get them as individual genes in their own? Like I think
Well, well,
uh,
I think the
So,
biggest thing, I think the biggest thing is to have a mentor who's done this before. That's why I lean on Ash a lot, and I also lean on Fred and AJ because they've worked Dinkers before. Even before they got their new collection, they had Dinkers in their collection that they've already worked. I'm going to lean on people who've already done this, been there, done that. Because if I breed her, and let's say she is the super form of whatever is going on, and her babies come out, and none of them look like her, and they look like normals or whatever, I'm be like, oh shoot. I think she's a recessive and we just created some hits. Or, I'm gonna go to the experts and we gonna figure this math out. Like how the heck I breed Kazi to a black-head yellow belly and I got some normal looking snakes. We're gonna have to figure this out.
So that was like based
nah,
on when he's asked about the super. What if that is a super? It's possible.
It
It's
is.
crazy
It
to
is
say
possible.
because it's so many people that got dinkers and they say that they're recessive. So that means it's two snakes somewhere in the wild that
Yep.
carry the same gene and they just so happen to come across each other. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
it's
I'd
it's
like
fun.
I'd like to
It's
see the
fun.
that's
numbers of how
interesting.
many actual recessives come from the wild that are already
Me too.
recessive.
Me too.
I don't
But I
believe
believe
it's
it's
a very
possible.
high number.
All right. So
Probably not, but
so do you,
it's not zero. The probability is not zero.
I'm not saying it's
Yeah,
zero. I'm just saying it's
that
not
shit crazy.
a lot.
What up, Sammy?
so how do
Do
you?
y'all feel? Go
Well,
ahead.
no, I was gonna
Yeah,
say how do you
Ash has
I was
said
about,
it. Ash has said it. They have found recessives in the wild before. Like it's
Yeah,
happened.
yeah,
Even
like the
yeah. I'm
pies
not
and
saying
shit.
it doesn't happen. I'm just saying it's not often.
yeah,
Common.
that's
It's
true.
not a common thing.
So going back
My
to the
my
point that you were saying with
thing.
the granite coming from a particular locality, right? Like the locality has grainy snakes because they live in sandy type of environments or whatever. So they adapt to whatever the environment they need to hide in, right? So how do you even know if you have a recessive or if you have a incomplete dominant that can possibly make a super if you
Benny,
make a super, or if you don't? Like, how do you actually even know if it's as how do you know? Like, how can you base it
That's
and
the point.
test
That's
it?
the point of breeding it to figure it out. Because we don't know.
that's
We
when
won't know until we
you
try it.
gotta work.
We
You gotta
won't
do
know
that
until
work.
we try it. I don't have the answers for y'all until I get my first clutch, and then I still probably won't have the
No,
answers for y'all until I do the second clutch.
Yeah, I
well,
refuse
I
to
don't listen.
put any other
I
line
think the
of yellow
question is more so
belly
like,
to my yellow
and I
belly
think the question is,
until I figure out what this line of yellow belly makes, what kind of ivory this line of yellow belly makes first.
yeah.
hmm
There's no way I'm
I
going to
think the question
paint
is
that.
more. I think the question is more so geared to just make people think and just like
Yeah.
realize these are the questions that you need to be asking when it comes to
Yourself. Yep.
figuring it out. You know, it just think pieces to make you think about damn. Like if I got a dinker, I'm like where to begin. So I think for me, upon getting a dinker or whatever, I think one of my first things to do will be to get it panel tested to make sure that it ain't necessarily no other gene that we already got. Yeah, we don't have no other gene that we already got. That's just to secure and just to make things more clear for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I know at the end of the day that I don't have something that's already made or nothing like that. And then I'll continue to work it from there and actually figuring out, you know, okay, well, when I make babies from this, they all seem to have this same thing that's similar to mine. But the thing is, what I'm realizing and talking to Ash, a lot of the dinkers don't necessarily show everything that they're capable of doing. They're very, you know what I'm saying? They're very like
hmm
a lot of the genes are hidden within the actual snake until it's bred and mixed with other genes that kind of unlock its potential. So I think
Yeah.
that Dinker project and that whole Dinker thing is such an untapped, it's such a great, like you said, it's a great thing to be in my opinion, because it gives your mind, especially if you like science, it gives your mind something to look forward to and always give you something to think about when it comes to working on projects.
Yep.
But
And
there's
I'm
only like
also, yeah.
40 genes that are mapped out, right? So like getting a panel test is like, sure, you can do that, but there's way more genes
For
than there
me,
is
for
that's
me,
mapped
yeah,
out.
for
Panel test
me,
It's
doesn't test for all
honestly,
genes either.
honestly, for me personally, just so because I thought about this, because at first I was like, I see Kazi. I don't need to panel test her. Like it's a waste of $139. However, I thought about it. I slept on it. Pause. I will panel test her just for the pure fact, the pure simple fact. First of all, it's pointless because there's no granny genes. There's no panel test for any of the granny genes out there. Like there's no point. But I will panel test her for the pure fact, one, to shut people up, and two, there has been instances where people had gotten a dinker from Outback from the wild. They came back with certain recessives attached to them, i.e., the villain gene that I got from FNA, that they got from KG, who got from Outback. KG had no idea. He gave it to them. They worked it. Turned out the original, straight from the wild, was 100% head clown. They were like, we're going to breed it to a clown and make some hits. It ended
And
up
make visuals,
Make it
make it
clown.
visual.
and made visuals. And so I would
That's
do
one
the
hell of a
panel test.
surprise.
I would do the panel test strictly to make sure there's no secret squirrels in her, because other than that, there's no reason to test her out because
That's a
there's
crazy.
no test for any of the Grandy genes. I can't
That's a
test her
crazy.
against a Cosmos or Malice
Damn.
or Nanny or
Stranger.
whatever, because there's no test for them. They don't exist.
I got a
Right.
Yeah.
question directly
But
for
I
you.
do want to make sure, Lord God forbid, that test come back and be like, she's a mystery with head DG or head hypo. I'ma cry. I'ma be depressed.
I'm the one that asked
Well,
that.
there's a
I
lot of things
wonder.
that could be
I'm the
attached to
one
these
that
wild imports also.
Yeah.
There could be other subtleties attached to them. Like The yellow belly line that I'm working, I bred it to a cinnamon. I got two completely different looking cinnamon yellow bellies. I mean, you guys have seen them. They are completely in opposite spectrums of looking like each other, but they're the same genes. So my thought could be there's another subtlety in it. It came from the wild. So
another great example, the beautiful LC Black Magic. KG bought almost all of them from the original guy who founded it. But now he's breeding the LC to certain combos and he's getting all white snakes. When the other combinations, the other snakes, the parents did not have anything in the Bell complex or did not have anything in the Black Eye Lucy complex. Like, how did I get these white snakes from this combination? So yeah, I'm going to do a panel test to her just to make sure there's no secret squirrels with the Granity part. That's the only reason, and to shut people up because people gonna be like, "Oh, maybe it's this, maybe it's that, maybe it's that." I'll be like, "Panel test done. It's not none of that. It ain't none of that."
What if you hit that 0.2% and that junk come back triple head DG hypo climate? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You can't go for a super. You can't because you might hit something you don't want.
Then Kazi gonna be
it.
Kazi's gonna be. I'ma work it, but I'm gonna be avoiding a lot of different genes. There's a lot of combos that she will not be touching. I'm gonna work it. I'm gonna still work it. I'm too in love with her. I'm gonna test her already. I'm gonna work it. But Lord knows, it's some boys that's gonna be checked off their list. Like, nope, can't do him, can't do him, can't do him. Like, nah, buddy.
But you know, certain other, even like the ones that you might be checking off or whatever, or even if it's something that you might actually use, it still can be carrying their head. Because like that happened to me this past season, like my calico, and I noticed she was a little bit different than other calicos that I was running into, because she was lighter, she had a lighter expression, she was just more golden and whatnot, and had like a little head stamp that I realized, I thought it was a different head stamp, but I don't know if nobody else realizes that, but she turned out to be head hypo, and I had bred her to a hypo pod male, and I did not expect to hit hypo. I was going for hits, and I turned around and hit a calico hypo head pod, a visual hypo head pod, and actually a calico double head. So I think, like, sometimes we say that we don't want to necessarily have those hits, but it's still a possibility.
Yeah, it's always possible. I will say this, and Lord, please don't let this happen. I would rather take Kazi being a hit clown than a hit DG or hypo. If she is hit DG or hypo, I might have to work on the AK-47 dinker and go back to her later. I have to go back to the drawing board later. She gonna sit there and wait for a minute.
Mad as hell.
I would rather. I'll be mad. I'll be mad for a little bit. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, I feel that.
Cause I don't want no ashy. I don't want no ashy Kazis. I don't. Or I'll just send the babies to Ash. I'll be like, here you go. This whole bag is yours, Ash.
They might turn out to be one of the craziest fucking snakes, though.
It could be, but it's aesthetic wise, I don't like it.
I'm not saying the genes look great with hypo, but they look great with hypo.
Might be the thing. So let me ask y'all this: if y'all I already know Elias this because Elias already got one, but if y'all was to get a dinker, like what
I'm still trying to get another.
What do you think? Well, that shit addictive, huh? What would you think would draw you to it? Like, would it have to be a smooth gene type of dinker, or would it have to be like you said, like the Granity or Busy, or would it be color, or what? Like, all y'all on the panel, like, what would draw you to a dinker project?
Probably busyness.
Yeah, me, I think it would have to. It just had to stand out. Like, I'm not saying like I can really say what it would have to be, because like I just like I like all of them for like I like normals. So I can't really say what it would be, but it just has to stand out. It has to stand out.
We treat them like diamonds over here, the 3 C's.
Color.
Color, clarity.
Oh,
And
okay.
I don't know. I just had it in my head. There was another one. Color, clarity, and
Was it contrast?
contrast. Yeah, that was it.
Contrast. Okay. I will say I'm geared toward the Granity jeans, which is why I have two dingers in my. I got Kazi and AK-47. However, with window shopping with Ash on certain dingers that Outback are finding, there are certain jeans that I have been drawn to. Like there's one particular that has a weird dark stripe down its tail. Like it's like half a tri stripe. It's only on the back end. That drew me to that. Like Ash throw you a pictures of a bunch of different wild snakes out of Africa, and that's the one that caught my eye. I said I like that one just because it was different. It was
I,
very weird and funky
I
looking.
I think I know. I think the same one, and I said, "Ooh,
And
what's
so I
that?"
was like, ooh, I like that. Like
Yeah,
that's what draw me. But I would say my first go is anything Granity. Second is if it's a weird disruptor. Is it missing alien heads? It does it have a stripe down its back? Like anything that's off the wall, not the same
A
thing
weird ass
that
head
we used to
stamp or
see.
something.
Yeah, something with a weird, funky head stamp. If it got like a skull on his head, I'm like, ooh, I might have to get that. You know what I'm
I was
saying?
talking to somebody about one of the snakes that I saw on Outback called the Iosarnarium or whatever it was called. The person I was talking to about it, because it got sold for, and it was like something ridiculous. The guy Outback was asking like $1,000 for this import, and it got sold, and well, I'm sitting here talking to this guy about the snake. I'm describing it, and he just fucking pulls it out and shows it to me.
Oh wow, he was the one who bought it. Ah,
But then
that's
I feel
crazy.
like somebody, like, let's say, I know that guy was probably happy about that because if you seen it and you was able to describe it like that, and you know what I'm saying, he has that snake, I know that makes him feel good about his
Knew
collection
exactly
because
what I was talking
it
about.
stood out to somebody
Mm-hmm.
else. Exactly, and it stood out. It stood out, and
Yep.
you're able to describe what you saw. Like that's that's my main thing. Like I want I would want people to be able to describe what I'm seeing, like what my snake, you know what I'm saying, to be able to describe it with
Yeah.
ease, and it's not an
Yeah.
issue to know that I got something like you know
Right.
that I
Look at
got
my
something if
dinker.
you're
I
able
got
to
3
describe. Like how
spots
we
on
doing
the
orange
tail.
dreams.
Yeah, because they're yeah, because I'm not gonna lie. When I try to be, I try not to be a hole, so I don't say anything. But sometimes people will show me a snake, and they'll be like, "Do you see the blushing? Do you see the blushing?" And I'm like, "I don't see any. I don't what describe blushing. Are we talking about makeup? Like I'm confused. Do you see the highlights?" And I'm like, I'm sorry if I can't see it with my eyes, and maybe I'm partial colorblind. Maybe I'm losing my eyesight. I don't know,
Yeah, but
but
look where the color tones change. Do you see it?
yeah, if it's too subtle to where it doesn't just stand out to me, like Kazi, she has literally certain parts, not her whole body, certain parts of her size that look like somebody just took a gold highlighter and just colored that one piece and then skipped a couple of alien heads, went to did another, then skipped a couple and did, but it stands out. I took pictures in the sunlight, I took pictures with a ring light, I took pictures with my phone bare, nothing else, and you can still see those highlights or blushings. If you gotta put it in my face and say, do you see this? Do you see this? And I still can't see it,
That's a problem.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
Well,
people say the bad quality or mis ID lace because I keep telling folks when I look on MorphMarket and I look for single gene lace, not nothing attached to anything else, just single gene. I'm sorry, some of those that are listed, they might be mis ID, they might not, but I can't tell what it is.
I
I
agree.
don't see the
I
blushing.
agree.
I don't see the blushing that y'all see. I
the
don't.
the
To the
popcorn argument drives
popcorn.
me absolutely fucking nuts because I see a lot of snakes that aren't laced that have that exact popcorning.
So
Yeah.
are they? Oh yeah, like my mahogany yellow belly got that shit.
It drives me crazy, man. And I like lace.
So my thing is
I
that
like
not
it
is
too. I
that
like it too. I've seen white lace. I've seen
it,
single jean lace in different combos, and it looks amazing. But when
Yeah.
you're showing me just a single jean, one copy, no yellow belly, no orange string, nothing, I don't see what y'all see. I can't see it.
I
And
will
maybe
say
they are mis-ID.
I
Maybe they
will
are
say though,
mis-ID. I don't
a
know.
quality lace will shine
Yeah,
yeah. I think
100%.
I think also too, some people don't know how to use the right descriptive words when
they
it comes
don't
to
know. They don't
describing certain
describe it
shit.
well. Yeah.
Descriptive words. They don't not using the right combos to make the jeans shine.
That's true.
That part.
I mean,
It's
that's
not
true.
there's a lot of people not just with lace, but there's a lot of uncreativity. It's just throw it to yellow belly, throw it to blackhead, throw it to this, throw it to that, not
Like
thinking it possibly
look at
through. Like, is it gonna
yeah.
help the gene, accent the gene, or you just trying to see what it's gonna do because it's
Like look at
blackhead?
my favorite gene that they're talking about on genetic canvas tonight. Calico. I love Calico. I love what it does. I have a campfire. I've been trying to breed her and she's been playing with me. I don't think she's gonna go, but I love Calico. I've even seen some Calico that are not of high quality, but it's still I can still tell that it's a Calico
Yeah.
just by first glance. But
Hmm.
the unfortunate part, the double-edged sword, is that Calico is now being heavily produced and attached to Orange Dream. So when I'm shopping, and I have nothing wrong with Orange Dream, I got some Orange Dream in my collection. I don't hate it, but I don't want it to be in everything. I would like to find some Calico that's not attached to Orange Dream, OD, YB. I would like to find some pure Calico that's not attached to those two genes, but it's so hard because everybody to smush them together, and
No,
then
I got you.
if you don't,
I was about to
you
say
do.
I got you.
we're going a different direction than Orange Dream over here.
And then the problem is when people are like, I got the best quality of calico, I got the best quality of calico. Is it really the best quality, or is it Orange Dream that we're looking at that's
Mm.
pulling all the weight to your low expression calico? That's the question I
Mm.
be wanting to ask, but I don't want to come off as a jerk. So I don't ask the question. I just keep it in my head.
Yeah, I mean that's a legitimate question.
I'm getting to the point to where I'm about to be asking the questions because at the end of the day, it's like, why not? You know what I mean? Like my thing is this: if you feel like if I show you something in my collection and I say I believe it's this, and you can and you feel like you can say no because you feel like more of the masses will follow you, then I feel like I should ask you: is your calico good quality calico, or is it Orange Dream? Because I feel like someone else is probably wondering the same thing. And if they're not, I don't care. Because at the end of the day, I really want to know: you got good Orange Dream, or do you got good calico?
Exactly. Who is doing the heavy lifting?
Yeah,
Look at the
trying to
gorilla.
tell me
Look
that.
at the gorilla gene. It was hot commodity until they saw the single form by itself, not attached to blackhead or HRA. And they realized that blackhead and HRA was doing the heavy lifting. And
Hmm.
now people fall back on it, and now we got a whole bunch of gorilla available because the price went down because nobody cares about the project no more because they realized who was carrying all that weight. It was the blackhead and the HRA.
It's all
Now let me
right.
stop saying that before prophecy pops up.
Fact, you done
Exactly.
said it twice now.
Nah,
But it's like that now. It's gotten to the point where I'm asking who is doing the heavy lifting. Is it ODYB or is it the gene? That's why I keep asking, can someone show me a single form without the other stuff attached to it? And they can't because y'all done Game of Thrones it all, so everything is orange dream and yellow belly with these combos.
Hey,
I
no,
got
that's
a
real.
single gene calico that just pre-lay shed, and the only
Nice.
thing she's touched is the scrambler male. So
Ooh,
now here's the
See, that's
thing, right? You put scrambler into calico, it turns that motherfucker orange, like an orange dream.
it does. So
that's
now
another.
if you throw orange dream, calico, and scrambler together, who's gonna win that fight? Who's gonna take all the credit for the super orange?
Yeah.
I
Shit.
think that's what things get. That sometimes that's what things get a little funny when it comes to these genes and like saying what's in them unless you get it share tested. Because like a lot of the genes, some of the interactions are so drastic when you see it like you said, like let's say orange dream and yellow belly, it might be a drastic interaction together. But then when you add calico, like let's say then you do an orange dream calico, it might not be as drastic, but you can still see it there. But then when you do an
Mhm.
orange dream calico yellow belly, how in the fuck do you
How are
really
we
know that
going?
that's yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like, and I understand this Aaron is still asking for the link. Aaron, you gotta message me or maybe that's
On
Brandon. It's coming from
Instagram.
Brandon's page. Yeah,
Yes, probably is.
message Brandon on Instagram or whoever. Whoever channel you on, message them on Instagram. I don't know, and then we'll send you the link. But yeah, it's like how do you know that that's all that's in there? I don't know. It's just but we be taking some wild guesses and some wild swings with these guesses when we be saying that. And I just think that
Yeah.
it's crazy.
I don't
I'm
know.
glad.
I think
I
there's a
mean,
lot
not
of experienced eyes out there that get it right.
man. I can have. I'll show you. Man, look, you look, I ain't got them damn snakes. But y'all would know. But I would put two snakes in front of people, and they would never be able. Bro, I tried it the other day with Tommy when I put the mahogany pairing with Oreo and his
Oh, the
sister.
bamboo stuff.
Yeah, and you would never be able to tell me what the fuck was in my snake.
What does this snake look like? Does it have any pattern?
Huh?
Does it have pattern?
Yes and
It
no.
got yes
Yes and
and
Does
no.
no.
it have
Yes,
distinguishable pattern?
Yes and no.
yes
Then
and
no. Why
no.
would
It's the
anybody be able
Oreo
to tell?
snakes.
Yeah, it's them Jones is crazy.
It's different. What you said though?
Then why
Well,
would
I'm saying
anybody
like
be able to tell?
I'm just saying
No,
like
you can't agree with that
I'm
because
just saying.
I got a snake that basically has the characteristics of three different snakes. Four different snakes. What it does from each snake, but it wouldn't. If I was to say what it is, you wouldn't know.
it wouldn't make sense.
But it carries. It shows everything that each one of them does, but it just shows. I guess I don't know how to explain it. All right, so it shows leopard because it has they got the stripe, and it makes it very pronounced stripe. It shows the mystic and the mystic and the Mojave because it's a purple passion, and then it also shows the GHI because it erases all of the patterning out of it altogether. So it
How's
shows
anybody supposed to know?
it. We don't. You gotta know genes. You know what I mean? Like you have to know what a gene does to be able to know in certain snakes to know this is actually in it. But that comes with actually learning the genes. You know what I mean? So like DJ Snake, I don't feel
You
like
got
it's
a
enough
point, Ash.
work. I don't feel like it's enough people that yeah, exactly. People you gotta know the gene. So I don't feel like it's enough people that actually work the projects that you put together to make the snakes that you made to be able to say this is this and this is this and this is this and that's why it happened.
Yeah, nah, I agree. I agree with that.
I don't know.
Bro, y'all are the morph
Here's the
masters
thing,
and the
right?
genetic
Here's the
canvas
thing.
people.
This is the thing that we don't ever factor in is that we're just a small circle of breeders. You
That's
have
real.
no idea what the vast amount of these breeders are doing that don't fuck with YouTube, don't fuck with Instagram, and don't fuck with any of
Instagram,
that.
yep.
That's real.
You know what I mean? So we're
Yep.
when you're taking these scenarios, we're taking them into our small circle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, but that's all I can do right now because
Well, I know, but
that's
I'm
my
just saying we
reality. That's
gotta
my
think
reality.
that you know, in our circle, we might not be able to pick that snake out, but other circles we look at that snake like, yeah, that's what that is, because I already made it.
I don't think nobody just thought about making that shit that I made though, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That shit was a science experiment. That shit was a science experiment.
Bro, I swear I never seen this snake ever. The snake that I got, I've never seen it ever. I was on YouTube, and like Brian said, I was on YouTube, and I found somebody new. Like I'm always looking for different people. I found somebody new and they pulled that exact snake out and they said the exact same jeans and it looked the exact same way. And I was just like, wow. And that's what made me when he explained how everything happened to make it. I was like, it's smart. You know what I mean? Like it makes sense. It's
I don't think AA round number 5 is listening to what we're saying.
I don't think he real, bro. I think he on your it might be
I don't
on
know
your
who
Twitch,
that is.
bro.
I don't even think he's in the reptile hobby because I just looked at his page. Like, he look like a rapper.
That ain't Twitch. That's from Instagram. I mean, that's from YouTube.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm looking at his YouTube page, and he look like a rapper. So he's not even in the reptile hobby. So I'm trying to see why he keep asking for a link. He's not listening to us to follow. No, we good. We good. I just saw one of his songs. Now we good. Mm-mm.
You just
Ops.
I got a look.
I just saw the name of his songs. Ops. No, we good.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'll have to check it out later. But so Alon, what's the next? So I know Ash is calling it the gas stage. So what's the next thing for you as far as, let's specifically talk about your Kazi? What's the next thing that you plan to get into with that? I know you said you want to do blackhead and all that, but like, what's your next step?
Black. Well, the issue is most of my breeder males that I want to throw are still growing up, so I have to wait anyway. But after I figure out whether she has a super or not, by the time all my boys should be ready, I would like to throw in. I wanted LC Black Magic for sure. That's a given. And then I want to the puzzle boy that I got from Dylan. I want to start making my puzzle hits, but I want to. I've been doing a lot of MorphMarket research, and these double and triple recessives are all the same. They're either DG Hypo Clown, they're either DG Hypo Clown or DG Hypo Pied.
Yeah, the
And
combinations are all
I don't
the
want
same.
to start my I don't want to start my base with all that. So I'm either gonna attempt to do for my double head projects, attempt to do ultra male pie or puzzle paint. I just got to get the visuals so I can make sure they're 100% hits. I don't want to do the 66% with the Kazi. I don't want to start off working backwards or working slower. I want to at least have the visuals so I can get 100% hits, get the ball rolling with my double hits and stuff like that. But it's like, again,
hell
it's
no!
like pulling teeth. It's like thank you, Brian, that you saw. It's like pulling teeth, trying to find recessive combos in the double recessives, because the triples that's out my price range and not. But to get the double recessive visuals, that isn't either DG hypo, DG clown, clown hypo, clown pied. It's like y'all got 3 of the genes I don't want. So it's tough, but I'm gonna get it done. It's just going. I just gotta be patient. I gotta wait. I just gotta be patient. Gotta wait.
I wonder why.
Hey, bro.
I wonder why. Y'all funny. Y'all got to send me that later, but I wonder why.
We don't do any of that politicking on this fucking show at all.
Not at all.
I wonder, and now I'm curious to know, but I wonder why a lot of people don't mix. Like, I get, okay, the DG hypo clown, I get the Xantic hypo DG, I get that, but like, I don't know, like, are those the only combinations, bro? Like,
that's what it looks like when you jump from the single genes. Well, not single genes, but the visual recessives. When you jump from just the one gene, like if I want to make a Kazi pie, and make my hits, I would have to get 100% visual pied. But the thing is, most of these pies, hopefully not in my collection, I got to test some of them, are attached to the other genes I don't want. And when I look on MorphMarket to shop around, they're all connected to other genes I don't want. Like I want to find an ultra male that does not have DG hypo or clown with it. And it is so hard.
It's gonna be hard because
Because that's all
I think
people breed. That's all they care about is those three recessives right there.
well the top 3 recessors right now in the game. But yeah, well I think also too that's why you see codons. That's why a lot of people like. I feel
We
like
don't
the
got none of
codon
that.
game.
Just ultra male high.
I feel like the codon game gonna make
No,
like
I feel
a heavy like because at this point it's like you tired of just okay yeah we can make a fucking single gene triple recessive all day. Right, but it's like you gotta start adding those other codons in there to get a mixture to mix it up, man. Cause them damn 3 recessives gonna start to get burned out after a while.
I'm already burnt out and I ain't even made none of them. I'm just burnt out by looking at them.
Yeah,
I'm burnt out already.
I was just seeing the fucking names, bro. Like everything is just hypo DG pod or hypo DG clown.
Eventually, we gotta stop ruining these codons with recessives.
That part.
Tell me you haven't
Yes.
seen the het version that smokes the visual.
Oh, you done spoke a word right there. You preaching right there.
Smokes the visual.
Even though I'm one of the only 5 people who believe that Monsoon is a codon and not a recessive. When I tell you I choose a het Monsoon over the visual all day, every day, because I've seen it. I've seen it in a classic. I've seen a classic het Monsoon. I've seen a pied het Monsoon. I've even seen, God forbid, oh God, a clown Monsoon. And I like them better than the visual or the visual super Monsoon.
Yeah.
I will say the one thing I like about the Monsoon visual is the head, bro. Like,
oh, that head stamp is crazy. KG's pie, that has that. It's all white, but it has that Monsoon head stamp. That thing is wow.
So I'll give you an example of a gene that got tossed to the side because it's not viable, but the het version has a lot of influence, and that's Scaleless head.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Pattern, color.
And you don't need to make a super. It's okay to have it's okay to work a project without a super.
No. You don't need a sink that looks like a sock is falling off it all the time.
The moment you realize you can't make a super or it's not perfect, oh, it's a discount gene, it's a pet quality gene, it's a no-go, it's a dead project. Like really? You gonna kill a project that fast?
That's about how they diminish the value or some shit. How they diminish the value or something like that. That's crazy. Mind you, the genes interactions with other genes.
Talk about that value.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut because I'm trying to save it for the debate show. But the fact that one gene can determine the value of another, I think it is totally unfair for the hobby in general, and I think it's stupid. I think it's so stupid. Oh, it doesn't look right in this gene. That's a discount gene. That's a pet only. That's a this. That's a that. That's oh, that should be in the freezer because it didn't look good in one gene. I can understand if it didn't look good in 5 genes, in 10 genes. I can then okay, let's talk about it. If it messes up everything it touches, then we can talk about it. But because of one gene is the determinant factor for so many different. Oh, the moment that I'm sorry, I have to say it, and I'm not even in the project. I don't care. But the moment that the puzzle clown came out, and everybody and their mama got mad and was like, "Oh, the puzzle project's dead." Really?
I like that though. I actually like the puzzle clown that I
because the clown version didn't suit your palette. You gonna hate puzzle because of that? That drives me crazy. But let me stop because people say I hate clown. So let me just shut up.
They base
I'll wait for the debate show.
every project on its vitality on based off of how well it looks in clowns. I think that's so crippling to the fucking hobby in a sense.
I'm
So
going to play
crippling,
devil's
so
advocate with
limiting,
that.
so limiting. Why
Let
are
me
you
play devil's
limiting yourself?
advocate with that, because me personally, if I don't know what something looks like in recessives, one of the first recessives I'm putting it to is clown, and let me tell you why. Clown changes color, it changes pattern drastically. Right there, those two alone makes me want to explore the clown gene.
And that's good, and that's fine. I have no issue with people exploring it. Like we have these debates in the Dinker Squad all the time. When you have a dinker, you're trying to prove it out. The best way is to throw it in clown or pie first, because people are going to ask you about that, seeing what it looks like in those two recessives.
Right.
But my thing is, I can do that. I can put it to Kazi. I can put Kazi to clown. I could put Kazi to pie. I could put Kazi to hypo and DG. But if it turns out not looking the way the mass wants it, I'm sorry. I don't give a damn if Kazi clowns look ugly to the mass. That's
Oh
not going
yeah,
to
no doubt.
diminish the price of the Kazi. The
I
Kazi
agree with
price
that.
is not going down because it didn't look good in clown. That's what pisses me off about the market. It said, "Oh, this didn't look good. Oh, this didn't look what I thought it would look like. Oh, it aged poorly. Well, it must be that other gene. It wasn't both genes together. It's that other gene. That other gene is at fault. That other gene is the bad guy. So let's just make that a discount gene and knock the price $100, $200. I'm sorry, y'all. If you say that the Kazi clown, I'm not gonna make it, but when someone else makes it, when you say that the Kazi clown doesn't look well or doesn't look good to you, well, guess what? The price going up. The price is going up. I'm not gonna make that a discount gene. Kazi not gonna be a discount gene. You want the Kazi? I'm gonna start acting like that Meals dude and do 45 for you. Since you
Nah, that
said Kazi
makes
clouds don't look
When
right.
we
makes
start
sense.
talking discount genes, right? We're talking like we'll hear the elephant in the room pastel say, right? So again, devil's advocate, there is, I don't know how many ball pythons are for sale right now on MorphMarket. 34,089.
Hmm.
Almost 10,000 of them are pastel. I would say that contributes to some of the discount of pastel. Also, not just its look.
I get you, but that's my thing. Everybody keeps using pastel as the scapegoat. Like there's so much pastel in the world. Well, when I look on Morph Market,
How
the
many
same
clowns?
number is for that other gene too. Like
Oh yeah.
quiet as it's kept, I love the yellow belly complex. I don't hate the yellow belly complex. I have a lot of yellow belly in my collection, so let me put that disclaimer because I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. But we can say y'all saying there's way too much pastel in the hobby. There's way too much clown in the hobby. There's way too much yellow belly. There's way too much
Oh,
OD.
I'm out of
There's
here.
way too much. There's way too much of a lot of these genes because guess what? The hobby is only making those genes. They're not. They're neglecting all the other 20, 25 genes on Morph Market. That's the point I'm trying to make. I'm not crapping or hating on y'all projects or y'all genes. I'm
It
just
got me
saying
uncomfortable.
you can't say there's way too many pastels without adding they best friends, clowns, ODs. It's about to be hypo. They coming up there in numbers. If you look at Morph Market, they ain't there yet, but they coming up there. It's way too many of a lot of these genes. I would say the infinity stones. There's way too many of the infinity stone genes, but everybody only craps on pastel. He's the only scapegoat. He's the only bad guy. He's the villain.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, what even
yellow
pie. I
belly is
like
way
pie. I
more
like pie.
universal
But
than
there's way too
pastel, in
many
my opinion.
pies. So it's like,
Where do we go from
but
here?
pa- but again, everybody keep using pastel as the scapegoat. Like, okay, yeah, it's way too many clown, but we're just tired of all these pastels. Look on Morph Mark, all these pastels.
Yeah, but
Well,
what doesn't Yellow Belly really look good in?
but again, people are discounting and hating Yellow Belly because they don't want all white snakes. Because all white snakes are pet quality. I keep saying this. This
Yeah,
is
but
the point I'm making.
that's
This is the
more of an
point I'm
avoidance
making.
of breeding than an avoidance of a gene.
My only point is one gene. The whole point of my whole argument is one gene should not determine the value of other genes because people kept using your example playing devil's advocate every time I bring this conversation up and throw in pastel. But I'm looking at how y'all are treating the other genes. Hence, I use puzzle as an example. The way the market and everybody got pissed off when they finally showed us a visual puzzle clown and started hating on puzzle clown combos and hating on puzzle and saying puzzle will never be the new clown. It will never be this. It will never be the staple. All because it did not look well in clown. One gene should not be the master of all genes. That's the only argument I'm making. That's the only argument I'm making.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, but if it doesn't work with certain combinations, it just don't fucking work. I mean, that's just how it
And
is.
that's fine. And that's fine. But again, don't discount the value of the other genes just
The
because of that.
discount comes into the available 8600 also available. I mean, you're not talking Yellow Bellies just as much as a pastel in a single gene form.
That's true.
There ain't no difference in price.
That's true. But a yellow belly clown is more expensive than a pastel clown.
Because the Yellow Belly clown looks better. It's more visually appealing.
And it ages better too, so people.
I mean, this is just going off looks, not market wise. I'm speaking looks alone.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, Brian. I'm just saying I'm not going off. I'm going off what other breeders are talking about and saying as far as price because for everybody else is I'm a hobbyist, so I don't really don't care what y'all do. I don't care what you breed with, what you work with, what your projects. I really don't care because I'm a hobbyist. I'm gonna work what I want to work. But but hearing y'all complain and talk about pricing and the market and this and that and this and that, but then limiting other genes that work fine in other combos just because it does not work in clown and y'all using pricing as a factor. Again, let's take pastel out the mix. Take pastel out the mix. Let's look at all these other genes that did not work well in clown. Now they're trying to drop the prices on those jeans because it did not work well in clown. That's the only argument I'm making. That's not fair
Like
to that gene because that gene looks good in other things. That should not determine the pricing of those other jeans because right now the market isn't overflowed with pastel. I mean, not pastels, puzzles. But they're being talked about they're being talked about and crapped on like the pastels. And there ain't even that many of them.
like, how do you say a double visual recessive, regardless of what it is,
I
should be
personally
cheaper
don't think
than
puzzle
another?
performs as well as people think it does either.
Yeah, but like, how can you say it takes the same work? Like we always hear people say all the amount of work it takes to actually hit
To produce a double
to
recessive, a
produce a
triple
double
recessive, yeah.
recessive and all of this. So I would look at it and say, okay, well, I don't necessarily want to work clown, but if I can get a puzzle clown at a discounted amount, then I would do it because it's still a strong combo, even though the actual visual didn't appeal to me. If I can get it as a discounted price, because I can take that double visual and go two different ways with it, so I get that. But at the same time, I also understand how do you make that a discount, because honestly, we're working. I feel like our prices should be based on the rarity of the gene. So I
The
can't say
supply and demand, yeah.
so I can't
Not
say
because it didn't look good in something else.
exactly. That's how I see it. It's the
That's my
latter.
argument too.
it's a lot
If
of
we talking supply and demand, I get it. Yes, pastel is a discounted dream. Gene, I will never argue with y'all about that. I'm gonna stand up for pastel, but I'll never argue with y'all about the price because there's so much in the market. Yellow belly, there's so much in yellow belly out there. There's so much of um, black pastel in the market. So much. I'm not gonna argue with y'all on that. But arguing that a value of an animal should go down just because it didn't look right in one gene, because I hear breeders say it all the time. They always act like, oh no, we don't talk like that. We don't think like that. We're not. No, I hear you. I'm in a lot of discords. I'm in a lot of group chats. Sometimes I don't say nothing in them. Sometimes I say a lot in those chats. But I hear what y'all are saying. And y'all saying, oh, that didn't look right. It should go in the freezer. That didn't look right. It's a discount. That didn't look right. It should be a pet only. Like, it's not that many of them out there. Y'all not even word puzzle or anything else or cryptic without the con cryptic. Y'all haven't worked them enough to determine whether the value should go down or not. They're still semi new, not newish, but semi, because we haven't worked them a lot. But the moment you realize it did not look good in the combo that you wanted it to look good, oh, it's a discount gene now. Oh, it ain't worth it no more. The project's dead. The project's dead. Y'all kill more projects than y'all start them.
projects
Y'all
dead.
always say, do the work, do the work. I hear all these breeders, do the work, do the work. You got to do the work, but these same breeders kill so many projects before they begin, before they
If,
get a leg,
if
because
you're
they
not getting the
realize it didn't
results you
work in
want, why
clown.
would you continue the work?
You said what,
But
Ryan?
but my thing,
If you're
but my
not getting the
thing,
results you want and you don't like the results, why would you continue the work?
but what drew you to that gene though? What drew you to that gene before you worked it in that other gene?
Okay, okay, so I was drawn to Scrambler, right?
Yeah.
As time goes on, I'm growing to dislike it. It happens.
But
And do you feel like
what are
that's
the
because
but what are the reasons? Do you think because it didn't look good in certain combos, or
Yes,
because of other factors?
100%. Yes. I think it's limited. Visual greatness is limited to very select genes.
But you've been doing the work and you've been breeding enough to know that you're not just determined off one gene. You're not determining just off clown. You're determining off other
No.
stuff that you've done.
I haven't successfully put a clutch scrambler in yet. I've been paying attention to what everybody else is doing.
Everybody else's. You've been watching everybody else's stuff.
Yes.
But you've
And
seen other examples of scrambler though. You didn't just see a scrambler clown and said, "Oh, the project's dead." You've been studying and
no,
looking and watching for a while, and you're finally coming to the realization, okay, this is very limited.
I
That's
think
understandable.
I
I
think we need to
understand that.
understand too is that in these situations, there's a handful of loud people saying that. It's not the majority. The majority would say the clown pastel project is dead, not pastel itself.
Yeah, I can say that.
I just think it's a handful of loud people, personally.
Yeah.
Because who don't breed pastel on this panel? I do.
Yeah, you're right.
I still do.
You know what I mean? So
I don't know
just
about
think
shorties.
that's a loud handful of loud people.
Yeah. I can agree with that.
But I will say I agree. Like, say, okay, so if I was to put just picking on pastel, even though I like it, okay, pastel. I made a pastel clown. I don't like it. Yeah, it does devalue that project a little bit because you already know the outcome of the adult and what the babies are going to produce. So it's like it doesn't help the project; it hinders it in a way. Visually, if that's your opinion, I'm saying it doesn't. That's not a fact. That's just visual.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
opinion.
maybe I'm just seeing it differently than everybody else, and it's probably just a hobbyist in me because when I view my projects, I don't view them just off of one or two genes per
Right.
se. Like what you said for your example, that was a perfect example. I saw that pastel clown, ain't it? It's limited, or I saw that what else did we say? Puzzle clown, ain't it? Is very limited, or scrambler, ain't it? Is very limited. So that particular project combo is dead to me. For me, I get what you're saying, but
Yeah,
for me,
not the masses.
yeah. But for me, I guess I see it differently. Like take the Dinkers for example. If Kazi turns out to not look good for anybody in clown or in pastel or in yellow belly, I'm not going to say the Kazi project is dead. I'm going to keep working it in other things. It's going to have to take more than just one or two genes for me to determine it being dead.
Oh yeah, of course.
I'm just going to pivot. I'm just going to pivot instead of just saying it's dead. The project is dead.
That's what I think. I think people were just very overwhelmingly disappointed in the way that Puzzle Clown came out, and I think a lot of it's just disappointment that we hear.
But I don't understand why. Like I can honestly see now they fight each other. Like the genes itself, what they do itself should tell you that it's gonna fight each other. Like I don't even know what people expected a puzzle. If you ask 5 people to draw out what they expect a puzzle clown to look like, I can guarantee they couldn't draw out what it'll never look the same. It'll never look the same. So it's like you didn't get that, whatever you were expecting it to look like, so you were dissatisfied. It's a lot of clown projects that has a Kodam and a clown, and all of them look the same. They all look the same. No, it's a lot of clown projects.
Y'all said it, not me.
No, it's a lot of clown projects.
Let's hear some examples.
Choose an example. To me, I would say I don't work clown. I don't look at it to know what's
so you're just talking to talk.
No, because I've seen them. No, because
listen, bro.
I'm gonna let y'all know right now. I'm gonna let you know right now. Anything with spot nose clown in it, if they added an extra gene or two, I never can tell the difference in the pictures. All I see is spot nose clown. That's all I see.
It might be,
but again, we don't work the project, so we probably can't tell the subtle nuances, the flaming, the blushing, and stuff like that. When people post a picture of it, all I see is spot nose clown.
I definitely gotta disagree with that one.
So that's fine. That's fine.
I'm not knocking clown, right? Because I work clown and I like clown.
I don't care. I'll defend clown against all 3 of you. Let's go.
Nah, we're not gonna tag team on you. We're not gonna jump you.
No. But I so my thing is, and maybe that's just the lack of the level 1 reader in me, I guess. When it comes to looking at certain, like you said, the differences in some clowns. Some things do seem like it's the same. Like, for instance, let's say how some clowns might have the alien heads where it's like the black alien, the eyes or whatever, and the alien head might just be black, like a phantom clown or whatever. And then it's like another, like I want to say like a blackhead clown or some other shit that might have something that's just like that, and I can find myself confusing the two.
Let me do a better. Yeah. We hear you. Let me do a better example because everybody say I pick on clown. Everybody say I pick on no. Everybody say I pick on clown. So let me pick a different example because I'm gonna pick an example of an animal I do love and the combos I do like to work with. Pied. There are a lot. If I go on MorphMarket and or if I'm in these group chats and people post their pied snakes, there are a lot of pieds out there that if you put them side by side and ask me to label what it is, I'm going to just say orange dream or inchy pied every time because I can't tell the difference of what they are. A lot of these super bright orange and stuff, I'm gonna say orange dream. I'm gonna say orange dream pied every time. That's gonna be my guess because a lot of these combos look the same, even with the pattern, enough pattern. I ain't talking about the white snake with the head stamp. I'm talking about a pattern pied, fully or half. I still can't tell the difference in a lot of those as well. And if you ask me to line up, I'm be like, bro, they all look the same to me. Is it orange dream? Is it ODYB pied? That's all I'm gonna say.
So my question, I guess, would be is how much time do we take studying genes to learn them?
Most people, not often. I
Shit,
only
the way
study
they
the ones
fucking
that I
market,
like. Only,
the
I
way,
only study the
So
ones I
the way.
like.
okay, so my point to that
Yeah, I'm
question
about to.
would be: is it
I'm about
us, or is it just us not taking the time to understand some of this stuff?
I mean, it's only us. Shit. I mean,
Probably a
more
little bit of
likely it
both.
is us. But at the same time,
That's fair.
it's so fucking hard. Like, I mean, and I get it. Like, you want to keep up with the Joneses sometimes. You want to keep up with everything, and it's hard to do that shit because there's so many fucking things. But goddamn, sometimes it's like the market, not even the market, just everything be going so fast in this fucking hobby. By the time you think you got a grasp on one thing, the
They
next
moved
fucking
on to the
combo
next.
pops out, and it's like, yeah, you can't even. They move on to the next, but like, you might think that okay, whatever I see that it's doing in this fucking gene, it might do something. I mean, like this combo, it might do something completely different with the next combo. And how the fuck am I supposed to just identify like that if I'm only seeing that combo like once or twice? Because it's a newer combo now. Like I don't know, this
And
shit just move hella fast.
honestly, to play devil's advocate, I feel like, at least for me, I can't speak for Brandon. At least for me, the reason why I keep thinking in my head that every clown looks the same or a combo looks similar, just like most pies look similar, is because everybody keeps breeding the same stuff and they keep posting the same looking stuff. The
I don't know, you
clowns
might be
that
saying
pop, the clowns that show off and pop in my head, or like pop up, and I'd be like, oh dang, that's actually a good combo. I actually admit, yeah, that's a good combo. I don't see them that often. They're like once every blue moon, somebody from China posts or somebody from the cult posts or whatever. But everybody else, it's the same. It looks the same because y'all just keep posting the same stuff because y'all are breeding the same stuff. Nobody is
Oh,
not. I'm not gonna say nobody, but most people
no, you're right.
are showing off their different combos. They're only showing off the staples. They're not showing us the science experiments they playing with. And
No, you're
so
right.
there's not a balance. It's a very imbalance of what they show us in public versus what they're working. So that's why, for me, I think they all look the same because that's all I'm being advertised. It's the same
Well, that's
combos,
because
ODYB
you
stuff.
say it a lot, and I'm going to touch on it because I agree with you on this one aspect 100%. Is because you got a lot of follow the fucking leader going on.
Yeah,
Everybody's scared to think outside of the box because they think they can make a Pompeii and make some money.
yeah.
Huh. Hey man, I
Or they
smoke some
think,
pump.
let's make the Pompeii but throw lace on top. Let's make the Pompeii and throw scrambler on top. Let's make the so all these snakes that they showing me looks the same because you're really not doing anything different. You're still at the end of the day making a Pompeii. So that's all
You
I
do.
can see. That's all I can see.
A lot of it's boosting the price tag at that point.
I agree.
I do agree with that.
And
There is
again,
a lot
and
of that.
yeah, and again, that's to go
You know
back to
what it
my
is? I
point I
think it's
said earlier.
people are
That's the
afraid of
point.
failure.
Yeah, that is they're afraid of failure. But let's take it off clown because people say I bully them, bully clown a lot. Let's go back to what we were talking about earlier. All calicos being leaked to ODYB. So now most calicos I see on Instagram and stuff looks the exact same. We're starting to get to a point that as far as what people are posting, the calicos don't stand out from each other anymore. Every once in a while, I'll see a wild looking campfire that might have another gene added to it. I'm like, whoa, that's something different. But other than that, it's ODYB Calico all across the board, all over Instagram, all over YouTube, all over MorphMarket.
But I think some
So
of
I
that
don't
is due
see a
to
difference.
look. I think some of that is due to when people was preaching about make a project or make something your own. Most people were just telling people to just add one extra gene or some shit. So, and people was pretty much just adding one extra gene
Man, that's
to
some
the
hoe
same
shit.
combo that they already saw, and they think that's them making it their own. But that shit crazy. But
It's
it is what
wild.
it is.
I don't know.
It
I
is
mean,
what it
yeah, I
is.
guess like I don't know. There's only so much people can't work with, especially when it comes to like budget. Also, you know. But you
Yeah,
got all the time in the world.
yeah. But even with that's true. That's true. But I don't want to shoot them that type of bail because, like I said, and like we've all said together on multiple occasions, everybody keeps working the same four or five, five combos and maybe five or six recessives. But if you look on Morph Market, there's probably 40 or 50 or 60 combos or codons genes that are being that's like being ignored, like they don't exist. And nobody wants to take that risk. I just spent 10,000 on an LC Black Magic. I'm not finna put it to a lesser. The best LC I've seen is a super LC with lesser, but nobody wants to play around with lesser. Oh, I just spent 6,000 on my white lace or whatever. I'm not about to throw it to a furrow, or maybe that's not a good example, but whatever gene that we don't hear about, but it's been sitting on Morph Market. Like nobody wants to take their risk, do the work to see what that combo looks like. So we're going to continue to be stuck with the ODYBs and the hypo DG clowns or hypo DG pie combos. That's all people work. When all these other genes are just sitting here like, hey, I still exist. We're dying out. Our bloodline is dwindling away. Like we're still here though. We're hanging on by a needle and a thread.
What I will say though is when you start working unknown stuff, and I can attest to this personally, is I got a rack full of shit that I have no fucking idea what it is.
That's true. That's true. KG got
Because
that same.
they haven't.
He got that
I know
same
for a
issue.
fact they haven't been made yet.
Yeah.
All 9 of
Yeah.
them in there have not been fucking made yet. I know that for a fact.
You got a lot of world's first just sitting there. It's just like, hey,
And
what we doing?
I have no fucking idea what half these combos are.
You got nothing to base it off of.
Yeah.
And they're not even recessives. We're just doing codons with these projects.
Yeah. When I was at KG's snake house, and he was showing me all this stuff, he was like, "What do you think that is?" I was like, "I don't know. What do you think that is?" He said, "I don't know." Like I was like, "You like confusing yourself, don't you?" He was like, "Yep." Like, cause not even just recessive, just trying to figure out the codons with the bomb gene or with LC Black Magic or whatever. We both looking at the snake like, well, if you don't know KG and you made it, what makes you think I know?
Nah, that's real. That's real. Like I like everything.
It's tough, man.
Like mass production of everything is.
And that's another thing. That's another thing. Some people got to be honest with themselves. A lot of breeders out here, especially smaller breeders like us, are not honest with themselves. Why are you making 30 clutches a year? Not y'all, not the panel, but I'm just saying some of the people that's like on our level. Why do I hear you saying, oh, I only got, I got 60 clutches in the incubator, I got 30 clutches, I got 40 clutches in the incubator, but then you're complaining about not being able to move your animals or sell your animals? Why are you like I don't care how slow it takes for not even just my Dinker projects, but just the regular combos that I want to make in Project Dark Mode, the regular blackhead different combos I want to make. You will not hear Elias, because Elias is the only snake lover in this house. You will not hear Elias saying, oh, this season I'm doing 30 clutches. No.
Oh, fuck no.
You barely gonna hear me say 5. I'm a pair of 3, and if they go, they go. If not, we're gonna try next year. Because I'm the only one here, and I don't have that much space. So I'm not.
If I hit 10 clutches, it's because everybody went.
Yeah, I'm not gonna over stress myself with byproduct that I cannot move. But nobody wants to talk about that because they're trying to get those odds. They're like, ooh, this combo. I have 1 in 64 odds to hit this snake. Let me make 64 clutches. Like, You gotta.
I mean, that's one
You're
in
shooting
64
yourself
though.
you're shooting yourself in the foot. Because now you got all these mouths to feed.
They
I
don't want
mean,
to hear.
hey man, I mean, I don't know.
They don't want to hear that. But let's say
That
that
You
topic.
don't really want to talk about where most of them babies go either.
Let's do
part too. Well, look. I ain't got no place for them either. I ain't got no Cobra
I mean,
feed or
but
nobody else
and
to
it's
send them
not
to.
if you got a wholesaler, that's cool, bro. I ain't against that shit.
Yeah,
But I'm just saying, if you're doing fucking 30, 40, 50 clutches, I hope you got a wholesaler.
hope. Let's hold
Hope.
that thought. Let's hold that thought to the next open panel because this was definitely good. I like this one. This we got into it with this one. This was a good damn. I should fucking.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah,
like
I
this.
gotta, I
And I
gotta
like
get off this. I gotta get off this panel, man. I gotta go to bed.
we
Nah,
done roll you out, Brandy. I mean, Brian.
Nah, this is a good talk. I like this talk. This is good.
I definitely enjoyed it. That was a good conversation.
It's a rarity when you can have a civil back and forth
Yes,
viewpoints
without
these days. You know
emotions.
what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really tough to do that these days.
Yeah. Everybody is attached to their genes and
Yeah.
combos, and rightfully so. I mean, if you put a lot of money into this, I get it. I get it. But don't let my opinion matter because I'm a nobody. Like
Yeah.
the fact that I tell people in the Dinker Squad, the fact that so many people, when they produce a hypo anything, regardless of the combo, if they DM me a picture for my validation, baby, I'm not Canova, I'm not Miguel, I'm not rest in peace Brian Broadcheck. Why are you DMing me? Why does my opinion matter? I'm a nobody. I'm just a boy from Memphis. Like I ain't got $1 billion. Why does my opinion matter?
No doubt.
Think a squad.
Appreciate it. But yeah, man, for sure. I appreciate y'all tapping in tonight. Appreciate y'all coming up
Great
here. Appreciate
episode.
the conversation. Great conversation. Definitely, if you have not considered or even thought about it yet, I don't know why the fuck you haven't. Like I said, join the channel. Catch some of these daily vlogs, man. I definitely got some giveaways and shit coming up with these clutches. If you are in certain tiers and such, merch giveaways and stuff like that will be coming in time. Of course, because ain't none of this shit free. I gotta make the money to get it, but I do it because I love, because I enjoy it and I love giving back and I love, supporting those that support me anyway. So, definitely join the channel, man. What you about to say? You about to ask something?
No, I was agreeing. I was just saying facts.
I thought Brian made a noise, but but yeah, definitely appreciate everybody that's tapping in, man. Another great episode, another good conversation. Next week's episode will be featuring. Hold on, let me pull up my little black book. Oh, I actually got that shit in there right here. What we in March? Next week is what, April?
Yep.
It should
Next
be
week
like
is April.
March.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, no, next week. Yeah, I think I got one more Tuesday in March. Yeah.
Nah, I think it's the last Tuesday.
For real? Shoot, I ain't looked at the calendar for so long. I'm just.
So, next week episode we will have this man right here is a rapper / hobbyist / snake enthusiast / reptile enthusiast. We'll have Patrick Saunders.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
Project Pat. Yeah.
Project Pat will be on the show next week.
Can't
What's
wait.
up, Marcus and Tiffany?
Episode. Yeah, that's gonna be fun, man. Definitely get a different overview, a different insight on
You get to talk some fucking music.
Yeah.
all that good shit. So it's gonna be fun. Definitely looking forward to that episode. If you are in the replay game, please let me know that you are here. Let us know that you are here. Hashtag replay game and stop being a buster. In the words of Keys, don't be a buster. You know what I'm saying? Definitely want to be somebody that we know that's there and you showing love and support. So I definitely appreciate that. I'm trying to think of what else I got before I go. If you have not checked out any of the shows on the Whiskey Bomb Network, please do that. Don't sleep. And Herb Collectors Network as well. No, don't sleep. We're definitely making strides over here. And your boy will have a new show coming out soon. on the Whiskey Bond Network, named Anime Fanatics.
Yeah.
Hosted by my boy Ro R.O. Rose, I want to say, is it Rose Reptiles or R.O.'s Reptiles? I can't even remember what it is.
Rose Reptiles, yeah.
Reptiles, okay. Yeah, man. Shout out to my boy Ro, man. So we definitely got some interesting anime shows to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Kind of the similar vibe to what Elias does on Elias's show on Saturdays, the Snake Cinema Podcast. But it's more anime slated version of it. So definitely got some hot shows that came out this past year that's coming out this year, and movies and such that's gonna be coming out. And we were talking about the anime world, you know what I'm saying? So definitely don't miss that. I'll keep y'all posted on what date that's actually gonna drop, but it will be on a Friday, before Hair Down. So we'll kind of roll into that too. So it'll be a different different point of view on things, and it should be a fun show. You know how me and Ro get down when we on TV together, so it's gonna be a good.
Yeah, don't forget Epic. Epic is next week, next Friday. It's coming up fast. So if you have not registered,
really?
it's free. If you have not registered, it is free. Epic.live. It's on the 4th. Yeah, it's on Friday the 4th. So it's coming up next week. So get on it.
You need to
remember when the rent's due, pay your rent and go watch Epic.
Yes.
Look, I might fuck around and play the replay video. I mean the promo video again. But if you need to catch that link, it's in the promo video that I played in the beginning of the show with Craig's beautiful face that popped up. So y'all, and that dope music. So y'all make sure y'all check that out. Other than that, man, that's all we got for this week. This is Off the Plank, weekly vlog for the Royal Caribbean Exotics channel members will be coming out soon, either tonight or tomorrow. Definitely check that out if you are a member, man, and spread the word for me, some positivity. I appreciate everybody that support me, and I appreciate all y'all, and I love y'all the same. See y'all next week. Y'all want to add anything before I go?
No, that's it. Snakes in the Podcast every Saturday at 9 a.m. Central.
I just want to add,